I just wanted to say we're standing at the spot where Padraig Pearse read the proclamation in 1916, and one of the lines of that proclamation was that we would cherish all the children of the nation equally. And successive governments in this country have absolutely betrayed Padraig Pearse, because the children of this nation were certainly not treated equally, not by any standards. We handed this country over to the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church, and they absolutely behaved disgracefully towards all the children of the nation. If you damage one child, you damage them all. Every single child in this country has been hurt by the Catholic and Protestant churches with the connivance of the government over generations, and every single one of them have utterly betrayed Padraig Pearse and the spirit and meaning of 1916.
Do you think we need to tear down the connection between the church and state in this country?
Absolutely, we need a completely separation of church and state in this country, because the church set out from day one, from the day this country was founded, to take over everything. They took over our schools, primary and secondary, they took over our hospitals, they took over our institutions, every single one of them. Magdelene, Laundries, mother and baby homes and industrial schools. And that was an absolute disgrace that the church was allowed to do that. And at one stage in this country, approximately 1% of the population were locked up at any one time in all those institutions. And that was the most in the entire world. We beat Stalinist Russia into second place, where about half of 1% of the population were locked up at any one time. And that's Devil Era's Holy Catholic Ireland for you. And I have to say this, the Protestants and unions in Northern Ireland got it right when they said that home rule would be Rome rule, because this country was handed over lock, stock and barrel to the church. And the men who stood in this spot, and women, and who gave their lives for this country, have been absolutely betrayed. 99 years later, and where are we? Absolutely nowhere.
And what do you think we need to do as a people to improve things in Ireland, to show more love to the children and the survivors of the Magdelene Laundries and the industrial schools and all the sex abuse that is at the hands of the Catholic Church in this corrupt country?
Well, the first thing we need to do is start treating survivors properly. We say that all survivors of all institutions, Catholic and Protestant, because Protestants were mistreated as well. And the Bethany Home survivors are fighting against being a minority of a minority group in this country. But all survivors need to be treated equally, and all survivors need to be included in the current mother and baby home inquiry. That is absolutely vital. All survivors of forced adoption, mothers and children, now grown adults, need to be treated absolutely equally and included in the inquiry. But we can circumvent the inquiry in the sense that we need an immediate acknowledgement, apology and redress for all the survivors to happen immediately while there is still time, because we're talking about an elderly survivor community, mostly elderly. And this thing of having a 3-year inquiry and stalling it out is like justice delayed is justice denied, and justice is being denied in this country as we speak, right on the eve of the 1916 centenary celebrations.
Thanks very much.